Hey Warriors fans, I'm Scott Warras, and we are pleased to introduce to you the first Conference Athlete of the Week this school year, women's soccer. It's Emma Adema. Emma, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's your first personal award as Player of the Week now as a sophomore. First award given out to your sport, and the first in the entire Department of Athletics. Way to go. Congratulations. You guys got 2 wins last week. 2-1 over Ripon, 4-0 up at MLC. You scored 3 goals. You got 6 points through 2 games already. Let's just start here. What went so right for you and for the Warriors last week in the first 2 games?
I don't know. It was definitely a team effort. None of the goals were just like me on my own. Everyone helped me in that, and we definitely worked as a team. But everything just fell right. Last year I didn't get anywhere. We got close, but this year it's just it's just happened to fall right.
That is one of the little side stories here that we do want to share. You got close. I mean, you were hitting the post on a few occasions, I know. Kept you up at night maybe, the bad luck you were having. You didn't score. You had no points last year as a freshman. You played in all the games. And then here we are, 3 goals, 6 points in 2 games. Maybe Lady Luck has shifted for you. What have you seen out of your game so far early on?
I'm just glad, as a team we've gotten a lot, I feel like it was flowing better this year, so that's connecting. That helps me. I mean, when we look better as a team, it helps me too. So I'm happy with some of my shots. I've been able to take them just quicker, faster, just put them away. But I've just been really happy with that.
You're a midfielder. Where did you want to improve? I mean, in terms of the off-season, the program that you had, where did you want to get better as a soccer player for year number 2?
I mean, there's always places to get better, but I mean, I did a lot of strength work over the summer and conditioning, but also just consistently being able to turn better, move better, be able to do 1v1s better. I think that's always a place I needed to improve. So just being able to do everything quicker on the field, it definitely helps out. And knowing where you're going beforehand.
Sure. You know, one of the things you and I have talked about before off the air is the fact that as a sophomore, you are one of, I think, 19 sophomores on this roster. The super sophomore class, really a backbone of this program now for Coach Isold. And it sounds like that camaraderie, that bond, it runs deep. Can you speak about that?
Yeah, I mean, think it helped having so many of us, even just freshman year, it's off season, we could just all, we're all at the dinner, we're all together, we're doing all stuff together. So now a lot of us are on the field. So, I mean, it's definitely nice. You know each other well. You kind of are getting a better grasp of what each other's going to do, and I think it'll be really good going forward having that.
Talk more about that if you could. How does that off-field bond, camaraderie, friendship, relationships, how does that translate to the game, to winning?
You just have that support. You have each other's back. You're going to be there for each other. And in most teams you'll have that sort of, but it's definitely there with this. You're kind of as one. You just I have so many friends on the team that you're all just rooting for each other. So it really helps.
As a sophomore, have you found in the early going it easier? And by that I mean there's fewer unknowns this year than going through everything for the first time?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely better. Just school-wise, you know the routine, you know what practice is going to look like, you know what's coming up, so you know what to prepare for each game, so it definitely helps.
What is the potential of this team? Let's talk about the big picture stuff, because expectations are high. You guys qualified for the NACC tournament for the first time in program history last year.
Yeah.
I know that satisfied you only for a little while. You guys want to be a higher seed, but how good can this team be? And what are your expectations?
I mean, we definitely want to go far. We want to be able to go as far as we can. We still have to put in the work. We still have to do every game. Is important. It's always what's next, not too far forward. But I mean, big picture, we want to definitely be able to get back to the playoffs. We all thought last year that we could have put ourselves in a better position that way by just a few games different. So our hope is to get it done during conference and stuff to help get us in a better spot and try to go as far as we can.
How did you get hooked on soccer? I'm always interested to hear the backstories of athletes and when was it that they picked up their sport? So what's your story in that regard?
I started, kind of late for soccer players. It's not really, a lot of people start when they're 2 or 5 or something.
Yeah,
But
really
I
little
started
ones.
like 9 or 10.
Okay.
But my family was a big soccer family. Like a lot of like my last name like Adema. Like a lot of them played soccer. Were big into that. So it just kind of was like tried it once and never stopped. It was fun. Did all the futsal. Did all indoors, outdoors, summer, winter, whatever.
What is something about soccer, like you said, you've played it since 8, 9, 10, and it's in the family bloodstream. What is it about soccer that non-soccer players or soccer people, what is it about soccer that those people don't get? What's the element of the game or the sport that, unless you play it, unless you're in it, you just don't get it?
I mean, it's very much like other sports, it's a lot higher scoring in a way where it's like it takes a lot of work to score one goal, but there's a lot behind it. Like a lot of people just look at the goals. Like there's so much like building out of the back, playing through the middle. Like I like all the tedious midfielder stuff, like just pinging the ball around, moving it around, like all the like little like it's just satisfying. I don't know.
That's interesting.
But a lot of people don't look at like all before the goal.
Right.
But there's so much, and that's the fun part. But
okay, so all right, let me ask you this: fans are coming out to watch Warrior women's soccer. They're out there at Warrior Soccer Field. What would you recommend they watch for? Beyond the goals. Everybody gets caught up in the goals, like you said. Like, as they're watching the strategy play out midfield and, like you said, pinging the ball back and forth, like if you were to boil it down and maybe give a tip to a fan, maybe who's coming out for the first time, what should we watch for as we're watching the team play?
I'm not like, I mean, just all that same stuff, like, I mean, just looking at teams, like how they build out of the back. Like, I guess it's all like more tedious. Like as you get into soccer, like the different rules and different strategies. Like our formation's different than a lot of teams that play the 4-3-3. So like that's kind of a difference. There's, I mean, just kind of the way teams are they more direct? Are they playing out? But it's just the little combinations that I think I like the most is like how are they breaking down other defenses? How are they pressing? But that's a lot more tedious. So I'm not sure if that's like a simple tip, but.
No, it's a good reminder, though, that there is a lot more that goes into the sport. And it is strategized, too. It's not just randomly passing it around. I mean, there's a choreography to it, isn't there? Yeah. Emma Adema is the NACC, Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Women's Soccer Player of the Week for week number 1 with 3 goals, 6 points, and the Warriors, most importantly, are 2-0. Before we play 5 questions and have a little more fun, not that this isn't fun, a little more fun. You guys are off until the 12th. I mean, you've got over a week, almost 2 weeks, really, between games. How is this time being spent, and what do you hope to gain from a lot of practice without actual competition right now in the schedule? I
mean, it's definitely a focus to like keep our conditioning up. Like we've been adding a little extra of that, but I mean, we'll be down lifting with Brooks, so that'll definitely help. It allows you to at least get in some more work without having to worry about games coming up too quickly, but so that'll definitely gain some strength, gain some extra, like tweak some things that happened in like our last games, come back out better from that.
Sure.
And I mean, it'll just be a lot of down to work, get going, but yeah.
Everybody realizes, I think, the conditioning that's necessary in soccer. How much strength training, I mean, you guys aren't bulking up, obviously, because you want to be quick, but like how much, like you said, weights and strength training is there, in addition to the conditioning?
I mean, for me, a lot. Like I've always done it, like through high school, through like summers. Like it's a very important part for me, like to especially like maintain like knee health, and for me that's been a big thing. But it's very important. Like it's physical out in the field, so being able to maintain your strength and hold your own out there, and then also it helps you a lot with like your speed. So we've been like testing like our 20-yard dash and just seeing how like we've improved with the extra strength training, so definitely very important.
All right. 5 questions time now for Emma Adema. First answer that comes to mind, as always, don't overthink it. Number 1, sweet potato fries or regular?
Regular,
fries?
For sure.
Whoa, okay.
Sweet potatoes are good with normal potatoes, but if it's going to be fries, it's got to be regular.
You heard it there. Number 2, do you have any pregame ritual? Are you superstitious at all? Any kind of thing you do before every match?
Nothing specific. Like there's like a few like the like manners that I'll do. Like I'll always breathe before I jump over like each field line. So as I'm like running out, like that's like a little like mental note as I come on and off. I like kind of have a little reset there. But I'd say that's the main one.
What is your dream job? You can do anything.
Anything like
anything.
I mean, if I'm just like going anything, like I guess soccer player, like just do that. I don't
It's a
know.
pretty good job. Number 4, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's more of almost a sub, but is a sub a
Huh.
sandwich? I'm assuming a sub.
Sub
Could
is a
be.
sandwich. So
I
by
mean,
that
like,
same premise.
if it's a meatball sub, how different is it than a hot dog? Like,
Emma Adema, you're blowing my mind because I've never considered those answers to that question. What's a meatball sub? Wow. Emma's making us think, folks. Number 5, what was your first pet's name?
ooh, we've had a lot of animals when I was younger. So,
Remember the
I
first
mean,
one?
I would say the oldest dog that we had, so like I guess the first dog we lost would be Abby, which is a border collie. But I mean, we had horses, goats, 4 dogs at the time, I think. So like, because we lived in a barn. So I mean, we had them all when I was born. So,
Wow.
Yeah, but
We have to explore that next time. I'm going to get the backstory to that. Bonus question on the way out. What one soccer player, past or present, would you love to sit down with and have a conversation? And what's the first question you ask them?
that's hard because there's so many good ones. But I mean, just one that comes to mind is probably Lindsay Horan. Like I feel like she would. I just kind of ask her about her like story about her how like she overcame some things. Like she had some stuff overseas, like troubles with teams. So I just like talk to her about that. But I don't know, just kind of get her perspective on soccer and stuff. But there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. All right, Emma Adema and the Warriors are off until Friday, September the 12th. Back home against Mount Mary, looking for their first 3-0 start to a season since 2002. How about that? Trying to make a little history on Friday the 12th, and Emma will be there. Congratulations on the award.
Thanks.
Keep it rolling, keep scoring, and we'll be following all along the way. Thanks for watching.